happy that English Times is really great and blessed to have this member with us. So the topic which he chose, and I know all of you are aware of, is tips for holding the audience. Now, why is it important? Every single weekend, we keep on speaking on variety of topics, and one of such important topics is this. Whenever we communicate, no matter whatever the language we use, the sole purpose of us is speaking is so that the person, the listener, should understand us and should respect us. We ultimately need respect and we ultimately need financial freedom. And that is why we learn communication skills. Now, when it comes to that, people do somehow mistaken it as English is speaking. Well, English is speaking is a different thing and communication skill is a different thing altogether. And there is one famous quotation which I have heard somewhere, and it is quoted by famous speaker, author, coach Tony Robbins. He says, the quality of your communication determines the quality of your life. And hence, today, the personality that I would like to invite is somebody who showed the power of communication skills through his actions. He is not going to give you any theoretical definition. Rather, he is going to speak whatever he practices every single day. He's an epitome of success, and I really admire him for the kind of efforts that he put every single day. He says, risk hai to ishq hai. If we do not take risk, how can we just say that we can develop our communication skills? And so with that, let me invite that person, the person who has a dream that in the next 10 years, he's going to be featured in India's, not India's, world's news channel for being the best stock marketing goon. So without any further ado, let me invite the personality, let me invite the guest speaker of the day, let me invite one of the greatest students that English Times has, and he is none other than Mr. Ranjan. Thank you so much, Ranjan, for coming and joining us. And I would like all of you to please welcome Ranjan in the comment section. You can just write welcome Ranjan in the comment section. If you do it, it would be of great help. Now, I would like to call Mr. Ranjan. Mr. Ranjan, now the platform is yours. Thank you so much, Ranjan.
Thank you so much, sir, for praising me always. And you always motivates me to do this kind of work. And I am thankful to you, sir. So hi everyone. I am Ranjan, and I am happy that means today's topic is quite interesting. Before moving into it, let me tell you one small story about me. Earlier, communicating in English with someone was a barrier for me. So I always think in my mind to join some spoken English course kind of thing. And I am glad that I joined English Times 3 months back. And once Arindam sir asked me, Ranjan, you have to conduct one workshop on this topic. I said, yes, sir, I will do it. And that workshop didn't go well. Means it's not up to the mark. After that, I took it as a challenge. No, I can deliver in a better way. After that, I practiced a lot, and I came back with another workshop, and it went beyond my expectations. And today, it's my third workshop with English Times. So, good evening, everyone, and let's get started. So, sir, can you have the slide? Yeah. So today's topic is quite interesting. Tips for connecting with your audience. So can you have the next slide? Yeah. So this is the first slide, and this is the very vital thing we have to. I mean, so if you are going as a speaker, to any, means it can be a smaller group or it can be a larger group. So connecting with your audience is the most important thing you will do as a speaker. And because each and every audience is different, our mindset is different, our emotion, his and her emotions are different. No one cares about you, what you think, what you want to talk. Nobody cares about you. Literally, I'm saying it. What they need is what they want to hear. They need what they means. They need what they want to hear. What they really need to hear. If you can speak that, then you can trigger the emotions. And you have to share your content, your information in the right order also. And sometimes I had seen one interview of our Prime Minister of India, Mr. Modi, with Zuckerberg in Facebook headquarters. It was around 2015 or 15 or 16, and I can say that I'm not a big fan of Modi, and I'm not a hater also, but I love he he connect with the audience. The way he connect with the audience, I love that, because we have to learn that kind of skills. And in that interview, I had seen that the way he describes about his mother in his childhood, means his mother went to some neighbor's house to clean the dishes, to pour the water. It's the work he do, and at that time Modi broke down into tears, and each and every audience also emotionally get attached with him. So these type of things we have to add in your workshop or seminars or webinars, because if you can share your information, that what people want to hear in a right order, so people will get glued with you, they will connect with you. So this is all about this slide. So sir, can you have the next slide? Yes. And this is very good thing, that art of public speaking is actually the art of connecting. Public speaking is not everyone's cup of tea. I'm damn sure it's not everyone's cup of tea. Public speaking actually is an art of two things. One thing is arts and another one is science. It is combination of both. A person always conveys his knowledge, means in a workshop or in a seminar, in a webinar. He tries to get attention. He tries to, so I means the way I will connect with the audience, I can get that attention of the audience, of my audience. So he has to be interesting, so that audience can, means audience will not feel bored. Okay. And in this world, uh, those who can speak, those who can communicate, those who have good marketing skills, they are the ruler actually. Like I'm giving the one more example of Mr. Modi. I think means after getting Prime Minister of India, means Indian Prime Minister, Modi went to US, United States of America. See what happens at that time. He means Mr. Barack Obama was the president of the United States, and he greeted Mr. Modi as a Prime Minister of India, but he greeted with Modi with his local language. Kemcho, Mr. Prime Minister. Like he used that Kemcho. Kemcho is a Gujarati language and his local language. So this is the way, means these kind of things, means they are emotionally attached, and these are the things we have to learn, like how to read our mind, means how to read the mindset of the audience. And he has to be interesting always. So if you will be interesting, and if you are confident, and means if you are confident on your content, and so audience will not feel bored. And one more thing I can say, great speaker will not great speakers are not born overnight. They have to do, means they upgrade themselves, they upgrade themselves by doing lots of hard work, and they practice a lot, no matter how complex it is, but they practice a lot, I can say. And see, I want to means I joined English Times because I want to polish my communication skills. I want to enhance my public speaking skills, and I'm passionate about my what I'm doing. I'm passionate about that. So if you're passionate, then you can learn, but it will take time. Means in a night, or in a month, or in a year, it can't happen. It will take time, but if you will practice on daily basis, then definitely I can say we can achieve that. So these are the things. If you are thinking, means if you are thinking that these are the what I am saying, you can note it down. So can you have the next slide? Yes, this is the very vital thing I am going to speak, that know your audience. See, I work in an IT company, and whenever I share my presentation to my clients, I always think that what type of software they want to build. And after once we build the software, we have to present it to the client. And all the clients are from US and Europe. So I always think that what I always point that means what clients need. Client needs software and the reports. Basically, they focus on the reports. What is their business? How their products are working in the market. Means I work for pharma companies, life sciences. I'm into life science domain. So he means clients always need that report kind of thing. So they always need the sales report. If the sales report is perfect, if you will present in the better way, then client is happy, and you will get one more project also. So I mean, say my boss and me always think like this. So we do this kind of research. If you are going to give any workshop, and you have to think that what is the audience, what are the audience, and what is the age group of that audience. You have to figure out this, and what they need from the speaker. If you think like this, and if you do proper research on this, and I can say, as I earlier I was giving one example, the way Barack Obama greet Mr. Modi, came show Mr. Prime Minister, means he had done, means Obama had done some kind of research, so that he greeted like means with his local language. So if you do this kind of research now, means half of you, means you had owned the 50% of the game. Means you are already connected emotionally, and you have done proper research what audience need to hear, want to hear. So if you do these type of things, definitely you will own half of the game, and rest of the things I will tell it later. So and basically you have to know your audience always. Means it can be a smaller group, or it can be a bigger group. You have to always know your audience, and always do a proper research on that, how to trigger their emotions, how to get response from there, and make it as an interactive session. So can you have the next slide? Select emotive words. When we prepare any content for any workshop or any seminars, webinar, sometimes I am a practitioner of stock market. Sometimes I conduct webinars on stock market. uh, I always think how to put like emotional words. Means if you put emotive words means emotional words in our content, we get maximum response from our audience. Like in that his Facebook headquarter interview, Modi and Zuckerberg, the way he describes about his childhood and his mother, how what is the role of his mother in his life, and the way he adds some emotional words, and he broke down. Means the entire crowd, entire audience, I think, I mean, Jacob father mother was there at that time. They also cried. They also broke down into tears. Means you have to be very, you have to do these things very minutely while preparing the content or your PPT. So you have to choose that kind of word so that you can get maximum response from the audience. So this is all about this slide. Can you have the next slide? Yes. Tell stories. Means I think for those who are good in public speaking, they are very good storyteller. I can bet on this because no matter how complex the subject you are, means the topic or the subject you want to convey to the audience, if you present it in a story form, the audience will get glued with you. All means every, I think like in our childhood, our grandfather, our grandmother, they are very good storyteller. Means if everyone will be agree with the same what I am saying. So if you are a good storyteller, then you can attach emotionally. So I'm giving one example. While I was working in IBM, I went to Netherlands for office work, for office project work, and I stay there. I stay there for a month. Uh, so I in that Vodafone, I worked for Vodafone Netherlands project, and I met with, means one of the guy. He's from Pakistan. He he was in visa. Means he's the resident, means a citizen of Europe now, but his ancestors are from Pakistan. His name is Jaid. So means I worked with him, and sometimes, I mean, he said that how, means what is India? We sometimes he said that I asked him that what is there any Indian hotels are there near to here, near to our office? So he said you need Indian food, right? So it is quite expensive if you want like rajma chawal kind of thing. Then you have, there is one shop you can go there, and he's also from Pakistan. So we both went there, and he just like he asked about me, about my family. I asked about himself also, that who, I mean, how you from Pakistan, how you came to Europe, and I told my life story to him, and he also shared his life story with me. So the way I tell my story, my entire childhood story, after that we get emotionally attached. And once he called me to his home. His wife prepared some wrote naan kind of thing, and some wrote dal tadka type of thing. It means his wife prepared for me. I had lunch with, means with her family. Until yet, we both chat each other in WhatsApp. Like he's in Netherlands, but I'm in Gurgaon. I'm in NCR. I was not in IBM, uh, but we still are connected. Why? Because when you are good in storytelling skills, when you are good in storytelling, people will remember you. So can you have the next slide, sir? Yeah, yeah, that's what I am discussing. That when you are a good storyteller, people will remember you, and people can connect with you emotionally. And once people will connect emotionally, they will never forgive you, and they will remember each and every words. I can remember his family. I mean, he was working in, means his family. Means Jai, my friend. I know each and everything what he said at that time. So you have to be a very good storyteller. If you are a very good storyteller, then you can be a very good public speaker also. So this is all about this slide. So sir, can you have the next slide? So you have, now this is the main thing, why humor you add in our public speaking skills. These are the tips. If you add this kind of tips, means if you will implement this kind of things in your public speaking, means it will be very fruitful session. It will be a very fruitful session. So we add humor in our public speaking skills because it creates a bond with the audience. When you add humor, people pay attention to you. Means audience will remember the points you discuss if you are using humor on that. If you add humor, and it leaves the audience with a good impression of the speaker. Means it means they will remember, no, he is a very good speaker, he always had humor in his public speaking. In his workshop he always had some kind of humor, like Arindam sir, risk hai to iske kind of thing, means while for the introduction. So these kind of humors, people will remember, yes, there was a guy, his name is Ranjan, he's a stock market trader. You guys will remember definitely because he had an humor. So, and once you add humor, people will get surprised. Yes, he's very good speaker. They can speak. And when you are adding some humor, don't focus on the those who are sitting in front. Look back, those who are sitting in the back also, so that the audience will glued with you. So can you have the next slide, sir? Use figures of speech. See, I am giving one example here. I work in an IT organization, and each and every quarter we have a town hall. We had town hall kind of thing, and in the town hall we basically discuss that uh, each and every quarter there is some bar raised, set by the management, that you have to achieve this much. Means my company is around $30 billion company, and there are multiple departments are there. So for each department they set one target, and my manager, my boss always say that, yes, for this quarter the budget means we have to, our target is 100 million, and we can achieve it, means in a quarter. So that means our boss doesn't put into a stress, that don't force us, means like it's a number, we can achieve it, and we also glued with that. Yes, we can achieve it. The way we are working, the way we are doing our project, we can achieve that. It's a number kind of thing. So when you means, it's basically use figures of speech. Means in a motivational speech you can't add this. You can add in this way, that if you are a motivational speaker, sorry, then you can add that, means you have to set the goals in this age, like you have to give this type of figures to the audience, so that they will connect it, they will glued with you. Like means in India I can say, apart from Modi, no one is very good speaker, I can say. Means because the way he greet the audience, the way he read the mindset of the audience, and he say always that if your means your state will be like this, your state will be like that. Means he always describe, and when he describe like this, people visualize that. People visualize that, yes, this place will be like this. Yeah, it's a very good thing. So means you have to read the mindset of the people, so that you can add this kind of things in your speech or in your content, in your workshop or any seminars. So always add this kind of things. Means uh, if you are a sales manager, if you are working in a company as a sales manager, so don't force to your uh, junior employees that you have to achieve this in this point of time, and give them as a number, and try to convince them, and means they will get convinced if you will convince them properly, and don't force them that you have to achieve. Don't be rude while you are speaking in a public, while you are speaking in public and in front of many audience. If you will give like yes, we can achieve that, it is a number, and I mean the way we are doing our work, we can achieve that. If you give the numbers like this, the figures, then definitely yes, my boss is saying we can also achieve that, because because I believe on myself. We always think like this. So sir, can you have the next slide? Yeah, this slide, as I earlier said, like in my town hall, means in my office town hall, they said that you have to um, you have to achieve 100 million by this quarter, so that our means every department has some numbers as figures. So we think like this. So what we can add, we create one mental picture that what we can add the way we are doing. Like I am into IT sector, okay, and now everyone is focusing into automation kind of thing. Nobody wants manual work. If manual work will be there, then there can be some mistakes. If automation will be there, then there will be no mistakes. So we visualize the things. This thing, this software will automate. Then what means, what the technical, new technical things we have to learn to automate that. And when you learn new technical things, and you implement, you will be surprised, means, and you will get satisfied that yes, I learned that. Means this kind of things happens with me. I personally say this kind of things happens with me, and I know how many projects I had done automation kind of thing. So this is all about this slide. Can you have the next slide, sir? Surprise is a great emotions to steer. It keeps people interested. So as I earlier said, I conduct webinars on stock market, and those who join that webinar or seminar, so they always need profit, because in stock market कोई भी trade करने आता है तो they don't want loss, they always want profit. As I am a practitioner in stock market, apart from my job, I do this kind of things also, and I sometimes I surprise them that if you trade like this, I will definitely I will give you one tips that how to. I will give one more strategy. So I do this kind of things, and sometimes in our town hall. So once I can remember that I was having one uh, data analytics presentation in my office, and the age group was uh, means for 35 to 50 age group, and if I will speak about only data analytics, then it will be a boring session. So I think what I can add is I can, if I will add some surprise kind of, I mean, some surprise prize will be there. If some prize will be there, then they will get surprised, and they will glue that to that session. So what I done, uh, I completed my session, and I asked some questions to the audience, to my office colleagues. So I said them that if you answer it correctly, then definitely I will give one dairy milk to everyone, Cadbury. So they get surprised, and they happily give the answer. Means there is a competition now. I will give the first answer. I will give, no, I raise my hand first. So these kind of things will happen. you will get more response from the audience. And sometimes if you add props kind of thing, like this is a cop, I can say after 10 years, I can say there will be a brand in this blank space. And after 10 years, you can read my name in newspaper also. I'm saying it, and make you can note it down that I will be a best trader in India. So we have to add this kind of things. You can, if you can add some props also. And I had seen one workshop of that in YouTube. I watched that speaker came to the stage and he started uh, lighting the cigarette. So whole audience started laughing. He said, "What is smoking kills?" So whole audience like laughed. So this kind of prop we have to add in our content, in our public speaking skills. Then you can glued with the audience. So this is all about this slide. Can you have the next slide? Yes. So this slide is all about to add when you are preparing your content. You can add some pictures or some visuals. See, I can give one example. When we are in childhood, means nowadays you can see the kids, they are very fond of cartoons, animated cartoon. Why? Because if you will give like if you will note it down, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, they will not understand. They will not learn the very faster way. If you they see it in the animated version, they will learn fast, very fast. So you always have to, when you will prepare the content, you have to add that kind of pictures or visuals so that it means the meaning, it will be more deeper than words. So you can convey your message and it will be more deeper than words. We always think like this, that yes, if I have to convince 1,000 guy, if I have to be means I had seen one interview of that not I had seen one workshop of Sandeep Maheshwari. He is giving one motivational speech to his audience, and 500 to 1,000 guys were there, and he is talking about some failure kind of thing, and he just played one uh, video that one spider is preparing his uh, nest kind of thing, and he played that visual, and after that he convinced that yes, that spider failed first time, second time, third time, but fourth time he completed his nest, means so he played that visual in between that workshop, and each and every audience clapped. So we have, when we prepare the content or for the workshop, we can add pictures or visuals. So this is all about this slide. So while you are giving any workshop, so inject your intonation will be proper, means where you have to be high, where your voice is to be high, which word you have to be uh, tick to the higher note, which voice to be in lower note. So you have to focus on that. Like if you are, when you are angry, your emotion, your voice is something else. When you are to your closed ones, your voice is kind of different as compared to when you are angry. So in that way only we have to add emotion while we are conducting any workshop or any seminar. And the way you speak about any story, you have to put some emotion into your voice. Like earlier I was giving that example, Modi broke down in that Facebook headquarters. Sometimes he started taking that water, and he add emotion to that his voice. And I also at that time I also watching that interview, and I also feel cried. Means I also means means tears were there in my eyes also, because he put emotion into his voice. So in this thing, in this way, we have to put emotions into our voice while we are conducting. And these are the things. If you practice all these things, definitely your session will be a very fruitful session. Otherwise, it can be a session. You can do session, but that will not that kind of success. You will not get that kind of success. So these are the things we have to focus on. So, sir, can you have the next slide? Match your body language to the emotional mood. See, now I'm having this workshop, and my body language have to be like that only. Means eye contact, the way I use my hand movement, leg movement. Means now I'm sitting and giving this workshop. But if I'm thinking about that India England match is there, if I will think is my mood is there, that what is happening in that match, and uh, if I will give this workshop, then it will not be fruitful session. So your body language and your mindset should be clear. Yes, I am giving the webinar, and I have to be the proper eye contact should be there with my audience, and my body language should be proper. I don't want to be means I will not be nervous. And I had seen means it was happening with me also earlier, that sometimes when I was giving some webinar or workshop, means not in English time, before any office workshop or like GDP, sometimes my hand shakes, because I am at that time I was in fear, because I am not I am see those who are good those who are good in communication English, they can't be a good public speaker. Note it down. They have to build this kind of things. They have to work on their body language, eye contact, storytelling skills, research the audience before you conduct any workshop. So these are the things. Can you have the next slide? When you hold your body lower your head, you indicate sadness. So if I will give a workshop like you this, yes, I will not give, yes, these things you have to follow. If I will give workshop like this, you will not get interested. Means for me, there are 12 audience are now, means 11 audience is there. For me, you are my audience. If I will speak like this, if I will do like this, you will not get energy. So how can I get that kind of energy? So the speaker needs to be in the proper mindset, and he have to be confident, so that his audience will get that confidence. I can pass on my confidence to my audience. So you have to be very much focused on your body language, the way you prepared yourself, the means the clothes you have to wear for the workshop, and these kind of things. Means as I earlier said, research, storytelling skills, trigger emotional things on audience. So you have to work all this one, and these are the tips you have to work on. Can you have the next slide? When you stand straight and you give workshop, because due to COVID, and I don't have any proper setup, so that I can give like a workshop like in standing, so that I am sitting here. But in future, definitely I will try to give one workshop while standing. And when you conduct any workshop, like I can say one example. I had seen that in my real life, that in my office, uh, some TEDx talks were there, and one of my office colleague means he's properly means well clothed, and he conducted one TEDx talks kind of thing, and he is talking his life story. Means he's from Banaras Hindu University, and how he told his life story, that he was into very low family and how he gradually increased, and the way he described, means I get emotional. And I can't say that. After that, I went to him and I asked him, "Sir, this session was superb," and he took it as a pride. Means, after that TEDx talk, so means I went to him and I said, means how you prepare this kind of things. So he said that it's not a overnight thing. I practice, means I means he stay in Gurgaon, but for he attend some on weekends. He attend some TEDx talks events. He from Gurgaon to he don't have any vehicle with him. He travel by metro, and he stay in near to Rajiv Chowk, and he travel to like that university area is there, DU University, near to there one workshop is there. He attend every weekend, and after that I salute him, sir, the way you are doing it, and literally you are the best thing means you are doing, and you are one kind of inspiration to me. His name is Avinash Kumar. He is from UP, and that guy is superb. Means he's a very good speaker, and I get inspiration from like I attend this kind of thing, because earlier I was means communicating in English with anyone was a barrier for me, and I always keep in my mind that I have to polish my English speaking skills, so that I joined English Times. I was looking into it and I joined English Times, and it is, and now I am also building confidence that yes, I can talk with anyone, I can give any workshop. So take it as a pride what you are doing, and you have to be passionate. We will next we'll see about the next thing in the next slide. Yes. So this is the very vital thing I can say, that share your presentation in the means in that way that your audience will feel passionate as you feel. See what things I do in my life. If I was not passionate for that, if I am not passionate for that, that things I can't do. I can't do in my life. If I am passionate, see, I am passionate about learning communication, work on my communication. I want to, because I'm passionate. That's why I joined English Time, and I want to be a very good public speaker. That's why I each and every time Arindam sir said, Ranjan, can you take this workshop? I never say him no, because I am passionate, because it's a learning kind of thing. And if I will do some mistake, that I will note it down. I will not repeat that mistake again and again. So I'm passionate. As means in my office, there are 70 to 80 testing guys are there, because uh, it's 80 guys are there, and everyone is saying, is Rima free now? I want him as a tester in my project. Why everyone? I'm in demand. Why? Because I am consistent and I am honest to my work and I am passionate. If work is there, I can't sleep. And sometimes I work up to 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. No, not like that. There are means I am not doing my work right way, because there are lots of work. I have to, because I work for US clients. So means in our night there is day. So I have to work, and I am passionate. When you are passionate about something and you work in the way of honesty, and everything will you will get success, and you will feel satisfied, and that satisfaction will give you a good learning. Definitely I can say this kind of thing. And if you're not passionate and you are forced to do this work, then you can get success, but you will not satisfied. So do the things what you want, and you are passionate. So you have to convince your audience like this only. So they will feel passionate. नहीं, ये speaker ने आज कुछ अच्छा सिखाया हमको, and we are passionate. We all are here to learn English, to polish our communication skills, to be a very good speaker. Means everyone has every means it, it can be different for each and everyone. So you have to be honest, and you have to work on your content like this, so that your audience will not feel bored. They will they will get connected with you. So this is all I want to give all of you. So over to you, Arindam sir. Thanks everyone.
Thank you so much, Ranjan, for this elegant workshop. I
Thank
was completely glued to it. I was completely into it, and I have learned a lot from today's workshop. From the beginning, you maintained the momentum, and my God, the kind of points which you have shared, if we start following it, we can definitely become a good communicator for sure. And absolutely, your success is definitely a kind of thing which I really admire. The kind of passion that is exuberating in your communication, it is absolutely outstanding, and I'm happy with your performance today.
you so
Now,
much.
thank you. Now, I would like all the participants to turn on their mic. If they have any question, now is the time that you can speak, as now Ranjan has started getting commendable comments in the chat section, outstanding performance. So it itself shows that whatever Ranjan speaks, he believes, he works, and then only he delivers. Honesty and consistency. Beautiful words he has mentioned at the end. And now I would like all of you, whatever questions that you have, if you have anything in your mind, you can speak. He will be happy to help. Yes.